guys, I overheat. The phone overheat and shut off, but anyway, let me just pick up. So yes, I've always heard people called Yahweh a pagan desert god. I don't care, because the things that I've been through, I'm just going to hold on to Yahweh, no matter what anybody say, no matter what they do, right? Then she said, guess your truth has lies in it. You will never see what I see as long as you never accept his Gentile version of name. Now, guys, me and this woman, me not cuss and complain about the name what she use, All me tell this woman for do, why me keep on a say woman? Actually, I don't know if it's a woman or a man, guys. But anyway, all I kept telling this woman to do is be careful of what you're doing with the pineal gland, DMT, this astral thing, where you say, go here, so go this, and you say this a being and that the being there. And I said, be careful, because she even said that she wanted to try mushrooms on a black person. And I remember responding to her and saying, well, them always use black people for guinea pig, right? That was when everything was kind of going a little bit south, guys. And I was starting to respond accordingly to what she was saying, right? All right. Anyway, then she was saying this because Hollywood suppress it means there's something about the enemy, about it the enemy hates, and I will love what the enemy hates. They love money, I hate money. They hate Jesus, I love Jesus. Simple. And then over here I said to her, well then you can't eat from my table. Many of Yahweh's children are out there. I'm not the only one. We're called to be perfected. We aren't perfect, but one thing is I will always know what I've been through and what he has led me to do. I don't remember which one her question me did I answer, because she asked me so many questions back to back I couldn't get a chance to even answer, right? Then she started to say word holds power, and Jesus, that word has power, and you are affected by the word. No, when she said I'm affected by the word, I was like, affected? What is this woman talking about? Affected by the word? Anyway, you said he was the word, yet you're affected by the word. You got caught by me. Guys, when she said this, you got caught by me. I was like, what in the world is this person trying to do? But then, as me say, guys, me start pick up on certain things because I've experienced this 3 times before. This is going to be the last time, because me realize what them people I don't know. I said I use his Hebrew name. All right. His Hebrew name is Yeshua, not Yeshua. And then I responded to her. I said, caught by what? Them time I say, what this person I try to do? Because in my mind, I say, this, what you are trying to do, not going to work. So you can't use his name hated by the world, Jesus. You hate him too, just like everyone else. You persecute him, not willing to accept Jesus is another translation of name where I can accept Yeshua. I always have a test. People who can't use the name Jesus is not of God. People who can is. If Jesus triggers that demonic energy in them, it will manifest. No, guys, you see when she said this, them time they me annoyed, Jesus, the name Jesus does not trigger me. When people use it, you see, as long as they're going the same direction as I am going, with the laws and commandments and everything that he commanded us to do, I don't have a problem with the name they use. This is not the problem, right? But they're just making it a problem for some reason. But anyway, And I said to her, I telling her, I still will use Yeshua, still will share my experience, still will expose what he told me to expose on the rooftop, still will tell my fellow bros and sis he will avenge us, still will encourage them, still will let them know everything he told me. Because, guys, this is what they're there to do, tear you down. So when you start share and expose certain things, them start running and try to stop you from doing what you do. And I said, I persecute him if I continue to spit. I persecute him if I continue to spit in his face after he pulled me out of sin. Then she said, yeah, by calling his name. Basically she's saying I can't call his name. I can't say Jesus, right? She said, I can use Yeshua and Jesus and Issa. It's the same person. But Satanists perverse it. Anyway, I said I never argue with anyone over his name, and I won't do it now. And I said, oh, that's your test? My test is to make sure they go back to his laws and commandments. Now, guys, I shouldn't have said test. But the way this person that have gone, me couldn't even respond how I really wanted to respond, right? It should have been encouraged, right? My mission is to encourage people to go back to the laws and commandments, right? Or even the commandments. Start from this. So always meditate on the commandments, because once you start to meditate on the commandments, guys, little things start to go on the inside, and little changes start to happen when you really meditate and really need them to be a part of your life. Changes really start to happen, right? But anyway, this is what I said to her. And all right, so on the 4th, I said, I can't help but think this was a setup. Guys, me don't know say it was a setup. After everything starts happening, I realized it was, the same thing like what the other 3 people them do. But this one was horrible. This one was the worst. But I learned from it. I said I can't help but think this was a setup, but I still don't feel bad. It shows me the division we will always have. I made it clear I would not fight over names, and I'm sticking to that. You're the only person I spoke with on this app like this. I've never gave anyone this much of my time, but it was a learning lesson indeed. But everything I do, I will use the word of Yahweh from the old and the new, because that's what he led me to do. If you feel it's the Antichrist in me, then Yahweh rebuke you for saying that. But I will continue to let the Spirit of Yahweh in Yeshua lead me day by day. And I'm still not upset at all. I will have to face worse than this in the future. It's a learning experience. Still ain't gonna be mad at no one. We will have a day for that. Because we will have a day for this. Guys, we will have a day for that. Father say, vengeance is his. Right? Vengeance is his. Okay. Then the person say, you message me for a setup. No, when she said this, I'm like, what the hell? What are you talking about? Like, I literally was genuine with this person. We talked, we laughed, we shared some things that, yes, my brothers and sisters would probably give me the side eye, right? But when I get the new phone, guys, if time permits and, if I'm not doing anything else and I'm allowed and I get the chance to do this again, I'm going to show you the message from the top to the bottom, no matter how long it takes. It probably go very, very long, but me I go show you from the top to the bottom. You message me for a setup. Nice try. Them time I'm like, what the hell? Anyway, then the person said, if you still dreams, you are literally astral projecting, meaning you're also committing the very same thing you said not to. But whatever it is, mine is very simple for people to see the greater good in nature. Thus is everlasting, and not narrowing my mind like traditions taught. People taught people every single artificial non-nature is killing nature every second. Yet here you are trying to convince people to not do this or that, because why? Never explanation, just pure doctrine, rather than preaching that nature is what we need to love, because whatever God created was good. You will never see, but you see, but when you see, you will then understand. So guys, you see, because she tell me say she eats pork and she wants to continue to eat pork. And of course, she gave me the scripture where Father said we can eat anything, nothing is unclean. That's the scripture she sent me, right? So because me I tell her the truth now, and I clear up certain things and I shed light on certain things, them becks, they are upset because they cannot do what they want to do. All right, so I said to her, you know, I was gonna share how someone called me the Antichrist, but I will leave it in Yahweh's hand. This is an unnecessary and uncalled for battle I won't fight. He already reminded me our home is literal nature. Because guys, remember, say, and nature we originally come from, you know. We aren't, the life we're living now is not our original life. Anyway, I said he allowed me to sing what our home looks like so people can remember, which is written in the Old Testament. I already shared that. I shared how nature was being destroyed so they can build their artificial world. It was good, meaning the world was good, but they destroyed it instead of coexisting with nature. And Yah is mad about that, and that includes his people who were blinded, tainted, and led astray. One day I won't even have my phone or laptop because he will lead us away from all of it. And I can't wait. But for now, we just utilize it. It's how we reach out to each other for now. He leads me in the spirit and talks to me. I don't go via DMT. He rebukes me from all mind-altering drugs and allowed me to expose things from 2022. Same drugs, mushroom and marijuana. And I told you all this already, but if you noticed, through the entire conversation, you have been twisting my words, and I just allowed you to. I could have answered your question if I don't know, and if I don't know, I would ask Yahweh. But you just kept coming back to back to back. So pretty much, I just turned the other cheek and took the beat down and respected what you have to say. I'm not trying to change your mind, and you can't change mine. You told me what you have found, and I shared my experiences with you. And all I told you to do was to be careful because I care about people and I want to see them happy. Yahweh will not let anyone continue to take advantage of his love and kindness. He's separating the wheat from the tares, and whoever wants to go his way, meaning, guys, the Gentiles who want to come with us, right? The Adem who want to come his way. If you want to call his laws and commandments a traditional doctrine, then that's on you. In my eyes, that's not what I see. And if you see the Antichrist spirit in me, I will leave you with that thought as well. Still doing what he leads me to do and put it out there. One day I won't even have access to this. Guys, one day we're not going to have access to laptop and phone and them someday, you know. One day we're not going to have access to none of them something. Yeah. And then the last thing I sent to her was on the 5th. I said, I saw the laws and commandments through his eyes and saw truth. But if you're seeing something else or being shown something else, I can't fight you. That's not my mission. I will always call him Father Yahweh and Brother Yeshua. Guys, and there is a point where when I told her Yahweh is my father and Yeshua is my brother, she said, Yeshua is your brother? I'm confused now. I'm confused. And I ended up sending her the scripture from Matthew, I think it was, where he said, you know, we are his he is we are his sisters and brothers, the one who follow him and what his father commands, right? I can't remember the verse, guys. Let me see, like I'm up on the laptop. Let me see if we can find it. That's one thing with me, guys. Sometimes I don't remember the scripture. The scriptures sometimes. Yes. So Matthew, sit here, guys. Matthew 12:48-50, right? Whoever does the will of my Father in heaven is my brother and sister and my mother. So I had shared that with her, guys. At the only chance me did ever get for really and truly answer something, right? Everything else is like she just attack. But anyway, guys, I will when I get the new phone, I will share everything from the top to the bottom and show you what I went through with this person. It's interesting, hilarious, and just amazing at the same time because there's nothing new under the sun. So anyway, guys, take care. Very, very late now. Bid me a go.